Hello, and welcome to Appleton Engaged. I'm your host, Timber Smith, DEI coordinator for the city of Appleton.
And I'm Andy Anam, the communications manager for the city.
And Appleton Engaged is a podcast that explores the many people, organizations, and resources that make our community a great place to live, work, and play. So whether you're a longtime resident or just getting to know Appleton, join us as we learn more about our community together.
Today, we are presenting another great organization which is working hard in the Fox Cities region to provide the need to cater to the needs of the community. So, can you introduce the guest?
Oh, most definitely. And you are correct. This is a great need because this particular resource focuses on family and our most valuable resource, kids. This week's guest is Priscilla Peterka, Family Resource Navigator for Help Me Grow First 5 Fox Valley. How are you doing, Priscilla?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good.
I'm happy to be here sharing about the resources and the community.
All right, awesome. And more importantly, we're happy you're here. No. So we're going to jump in right now. And can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your association with Appleton and the surrounding Fox Cities region?
Well, I am a soccer mom. I have 2 boys. We live in Neenah, Wisconsin. And if I'm not working, I am driving them around, going to soccer games, cheering for them. In fact, they just won the state championship this weekend. So they're going to the Midwest Championship on South Dakota.
Wow.
Whoa, okay. I've lived that soccer life. I had a soccer daughter and we lived that life. That's some serious traveling that happens in that soccer family life.
Yes, it's fun.
Most definitely. Well, Priscilla, can you please tell us about your resource?
Yes, I am the navigator for Help Me Grow First 5 Fox Valley. And I'm going to explain a little bit about how everything works, going from the beginning. So we have assessors for family services, and we do some services there as a partnership. So how that works, we go to the hospital and we do an assessment, little interview, a questionnaire to first-time parents. So let's say you are a dad, first-time dad. We go there and then we ask you a few questions. If you have 2 or more risk factors, Timber, you might qualify for our services if you wish to receive. And then I go through the list of services. You know, I am a big fan of the family services, parent as teacher, home visitors. And I really recommend that. I wish I'd had that, when I had my boys 17 years ago, because they will teach you activities to help your child to develop. They will teach you activities for gross motor, fine motor, and they will prepare your child to go to school. So they will work with your child from 0 to 3, and 3 to 5, we get them at Help Me Grow First 5 Fox Valley, and then we can continue to do the work. We can share the age and stage questionnaire link. We send a link for the parents to respond to the questionnaire and see where their child is, and if they need any activities or follow-ups, or we can also send them those activities, resources. Let's say a child is experiencing a delay. We send them the resources for that. If they need a doctor and they're looking for a place that can accept badger care, we can send them to that direction. So it's a very resourceful organization.
Okay. I want to back up a step and say you mentioned risk factors, right? So, and if you go, this interview happens oh my God, I have a child, brand new, and then I'm interviewed, and then if I'm assessed as having some of these risk factors, I might get some services, right? So what are things that are considered risk factors?
Yes, that's a very good question, Timber. So, first time parents, the factors include prenatal, like things that happened before the baby arrived, complications, right? Teen parents, very young parents, parent with mental illness, homelessness, unemployment, incomplete education, incarceration, paternity issues, low income, history of substance abuse, history of child maltreatment, parent having low academic achievement, or having a child with developmental delays.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
So your organization is called by the parents, or another organization loops you into the system when they find something. So how basically you get connected to these families?
We go to the hospital
Okay.
and then we do the assessment, and that's how we meet the first time parents, because it has to be first time to qualify too. Combined with these other factors, they have to be the first time parents. So we go there, we meet them there, we talk to them, and then if they qualify, we offer the services.
Who contacts you? So, like, does the hospital be like, oh, we got new parents, let's call? And then do y'all show up? Or how does that work? Because I'm going to assume, and this is just my assumption, if I'm a new parent, I don't know about these resources. I mean, because I'm
New to the world.
new to the world of being a parent, and I'm worried about everything under the sun. So I might not have done the research to look into an organization like this. So how does that happen? Who contacts you first?
Yes, exactly. So the hospital sends us the referrals, and they send us the list with the new parents. It's a partnership again, and parents appreciate that because, like you said, they don't know. And that's how we go there and introduce ourselves. I am the bilingual assessor, so I talk to them in Spanish if they need, although I always bring my phone and my Google Translator because many times I had to reach out and, talk in a different language too. Like I remember talking in Swahili, and I use the Google Translator. It's a great app. I also tried to talk to a family from Afghanistan, and we got what we needed for that family. And we still have a home visitor working with that child and that family. And that's a beautiful story I can share on the end.
So is there a cost involved in this? Like when you identify that this family needs help, so what does the cost structure look like? Or is it depending upon the income of that family?
The services are free for our community.
Free?
Free, yes. And that's the importance of our donors. And I will share the link for them to who else wants to donate on the end too. We can talk more about that.
So any individual family can reach out to you directly, or it has to be from the hospital side?
They can reach out to me through the Help Me Grow
Okay.
and First 5 Fox Valley, and I can share my email or also the link here. Can I share now? Or?
You can share now, but we're also going to ask you later.
All right. So it's www.first5foxvalley.org. And any parent can reach out to us. We will talk to them 0 to 5. It's our age. And because we do believe that that's one of the most important ages, that 0 to 5, the child is learning and their brain is developing more than we'll ever learn. And all the support that we can give and offer at that age, it will set the tone for the rest of their lives.
So the way you kind of explained it, it sounds like there's 2 stages, right? So there's the 1 through 3, and then there's like 3 through 5. Or 3 and up? Is that approximately right? Or
okay, there is that, but let's say a parent does not qualify because they don't have any risk factors, right?
Yeah.
So they don't qualify for family services, but they can still work with Help Me Grow.
Okay.
And we can take them there as a navigator
Right.
and I can talk to that family, and I can send them the link, the
Right.
ASQ, the Ages and Stages questionnaire. I can share resources. Let's say a family wants to know more about play dates for kids. Let's say a family needs to find things to do with their children. So if they don't qualify for family services,
Right.
which is 0 to 3,
Right.
they can come to Help Me Grow, and I can assist them with other things.
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit because you are a navigator for Help Me Grow, correct?
Yes.
So, what exactly does Help Me Grow do? What does Help Me Grow services look like?
We share resources with the families. We answer parenting questions, listen to their concerns to help them decide which referrals are right for the needs of their family. We provide the child with a free developmental screening and follow-up, which is the Ages and Stages questionnaire. And we connect them with available referral services around our community.
Okay, so you're kind of you're like a parental consultant where you're helping them understand and you're saying, "Hey, do you need this? This is where you can get this." Or, "Do you need assistance with this? That's where you can get this." Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly.
That's helpful.
We will send them to the right direction.
Right, and you don't have to get lost along the way.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
So, to reach out to your audience, what do you do? Do you have signature events, or you do some sort of activities, or how do you reach out and spread the word and the work you are doing?
Well, this is a beautiful way right here, through the podcast. Thank you so much for having me. And we also go to events. So Kids Expo. So we go to events, we have a booth, we share information, and we talk about the work we do. And so events. We also offer some play dates. Family services have beautiful workshops that I also would like to share about it.
Do you have a physical location of where you're actually located? And how big is the team? Like, how many people are out there kind of doing that? Do you got just a partner or two?
We have at Help Me Grow now, we have about 6 navigators. That number can increase. We are trying to expand. And we have one person that's helping with child care centers, and she sends the link to child care centers, Susan. And we also have a beautiful team at Family Services. I would like to also give a shout out to my friend Elena Flores, which is another bilingual home visitor, and she's assisting families they are Spanish-speaking families. She's helping them to get documentation. She's assisting them. Sometimes, you go to the hospital, and I remember one of the times I had to have a very, practically convince the family to sign up for the medical insurance because the family was so afraid of signing up for anything at the hospital, because they don't know about, anything that's happening. So they were afraid of signing up for the medical insurance. So we had to talk to her and say, hey, you're safe, your child will be safe, and she needs the medical insurance. So you can have that. It's a gift to your child, and you will need that. So we were speaking in Spanish, helping that family and assisting that family to accept. And then Elena came after, and she was assisting the family with documentation because all they want is work. They want to work. They want to have that documentation to be able to work.
Do any of the other navigators speak any other languages?
Not that I'm aware of it.
Okay. All right. And you kind of started down this path of sharing some stories, but now we're going to really ask you at this time, can you share a story with the Appleton Engage listeners that helps us understand the impact of this resource?
Yes, so I will share one from Family Services because, again, we are partners, right? So Family Services have a beautiful monthly parent and caregiver support group where they're hosting play dates for parents, young parents. So it's a moment where they can socialize and talk, know that they're not alone. We also have there the closet, a baby closet, where parents can choose clothes for their children for free again. So everything is free. And that's a beautiful work that Family Service is doing with the home visitors. I tell you, the home visitors are my heroes. I love them. They're really doing a beautiful work, sharing, from their heart and helping these young parents to succeed. So they will help them to find schooling, like going to school, childcare, so they can go to school and have the child in a child care center. They will help them with jobs. They bring them to job fairs. They share housing. They have lists of housing to share with this young parent. So it's a very beautiful support. And for Help Me Grow, we do have Susan, like I said, which is taking care of the child care center. So she sends the links, the ASQ link, and to families to check on their child development and see where the child is at with their developmental. And if there's any delay, she will follow up with activities or, resources that child might need. There was one family that we also received through Help Me Grow. The mom needs, it's a refugee mom. She came from Africa, and she needed health insurance too. So we have a navigator that assisted that mom to find health insurance, and she was pregnant. She was 4 months pregnant. She did not see a doctor that far. She didn't, because she didn't have insurance, and she was trying to make an appointment. The doctor's office would say, we can't have you because you don't have insurance. So I'm not saying names of hospitals or any names of doctors, but I have to tell you this is if you don't have insurance or if they won't take you in. So she was waiting for months until she could finally receive the health insurance and be able to schedule her appointment. So thanks to one of the navigators, that this mom was able to schedule her appointment and she was able to check.
I mean, this is an incredible, thing you're talking about, because it looks like you're connecting the resources, the important paperwork a person needs, especially if he or she is coming from another country, to get the services they need. So what kind of volunteering opportunities do the organization have?
At this moment, we don't have volunteer opportunity. We have normal opportunities. They have opening job opportunities.
That's good too.
He said we got jobs.
Yes, we got
That's great.
Please apply.
No, and I want to say, because that's a good thing you're talking about, because I know our region has many people who are so passionate and driven to work for the nonprofits and make a difference in the community. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a couple of calls from people listening to our podcast that we heard you and we want to apply. So is there any way to support the organization, donations or anything in kind?
Yes. Please visit www.familyservicesnew.org for job opportunities and to donate. There's an option there. So I will repeat, www.familyservicesnew.org for job opportunities, donate, and the workshops. Didn't talk about that?
Let's talk about it. So what about these workshops?
Yes.
What are these workshops?
We have so many great workshops happening there. So there's a list of parent education topics offered by Family Services. One of my favorites is positive discipline. So positive discipline parenting. There is a new way to parent. It's about positive reinforcement, and I love that way. Things does not have to be the way it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So open to new solutions, right? Another great one is Active Parent, the first 5 years. That's a beautiful workshop. Active Parent of Teens. I did that recently because I have 2 teenagers. They also have anger management for parents, baby basics for new expecting dads. And that's a class that it's a dad teaching the other dads.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Is it? No. Okay, that's awesome. So you shared with us the website. If people wanted to reach out to learn more or to get in contact, is there other ways to connect? And who might they reach out to?
Yes. So they can also reach out to First Five Fox Valley for the Help Me Grow. Let's say the family they don't qualify because they don't have those risk factors. So they can reach out to First Five Fox Valley. It's www.first5foxvalley.org. And there's a phone number. Can I share a phone number too?
Absolutely.
So 920-422 KIDS, KIDS, which is 5437. So 920-422-5437.
Is there any additional information you feel is important for the Appleton Engaged listeners to know that maybe you didn't get an opportunity to share about?
I just want to remind our community that we have these two beautiful organizations that are here to support parents with information, workshops, play groups. There's also the Welcome Baby Program class that first-time parents can take through the Building for Kids. And that's a free class and a free membership for the parents.
Oh, wow.
Yes, parents, new parents, please take that class. It's a free class, 2 hours. You can take your little one in your sling and watch the class, and then you get the free membership for the Building for Kids.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. I would have loved that.
Yeah? Well, that is one of our, it's a close neighbor and a fan favorite here
Building
in
for
downtown.
kids, yeah, totally.
time,
And
big
there could be, I don't think there could be another better place than to hold the workshop other than Building for Kids. And not many know Timber is also a board member on Building for Kids, so.
Maybe. No.
So now is the shout out time.
Yes, I have so many great people that I work with. But today I would choose Elena Flores, the bilingual home visitor for family services. She's doing a beautiful job with the family, Spanish speaking community. And Martha from Levin, she's also the bilingual navigator for Help Me Grow and works for Levin. She is doing an amazing job assisting our Spanish community with housing and resources. So those are my two heroes of the day. Of course, I have so many, but today, Martha from Levin and Elena Flores from Family Services, the Spanish-speaking home visitor and the navigator.
Yes. And let me just second that big shout out to Martha because we've been friends for a long, long time. All right. That's awesome. Well, Priscilla, we just want to take a moment and say thank you for sharing your resource with us today here on Appleton Engaged. At this time, Appleton Engaged listeners, we're going to start wrapping up this episode. So we want to say thank you for spending time with us, giving us your minds and ears, caring about this community, and being willing to learn about another amazing resource out here, making this a great place to live and raise your family. We are trying to become the #1 podcast in Northeast Wisconsin, but we can't do it without your help. So please feel free. Let us know how we're doing. Reach out to us. Do you got ideas on how we can make the podcast better? Different segments, different questions. Maybe you should be a guest. Or would you like to recommend a guest? No matter what it is, you can reach us at diversity@appleton.org. Once again, that is diversity@appleton.org. Also, we have something pretty special here, or at least we feel we do, and that we have this amazing resource out here connecting our community with these resources that help make this a better place. We would like to get in front of more eyes and ears of our residents that live here, and the way to do that is called analytics. So while you're listening to this podcast, press the subscribe button And if you've got a few more moments, fill out a review and let us know how we're doing. These two simple acts help increase our analytics, which will spread the reach of this podcast known as Appleton Engaged.
Thank you, Priscilla. It's a beautiful, conversation, and I hope that more and more families will get connected and use the resources and expand their services, because so many people really need these services and they don't even know that there are ways to get those. So thank you for doing that incredible work behind the scenes. And I hope many of you will go and check out the website or reach out to them to get more information and get what you need, because Fox Cities region and this particular Northeast region is a very resource rich region. So with that, until next time, stay thoughtful, stay curious, and stay engaged.
Thank you so much.